everyone, Deuce here. As you can tell by the vid's title, we'll be talking about the new Hunter set mods, so stick around and thanks in advance for watching. The Hunter set, it's the fourth set of mods added to the game since the inception of the Plains of Eidolon. But unlike its predecessors, the Ogre, Gladiator, and Vigilante sets, this one can only be obtained by eliminating the Hemocyte, and thus far it's restricted to the Operation Plaguestar. This set is comprised of 6 mods instead of the regular 5, and it's themed around companions, specifically Kubros, Kvatz, and the Helminth Charger. As with all of the set mods, the Hunter set has a global bonus, which can be increased by having as many mods of this set as you can in a single loadout. This bonus will enable a damage increase for your companion of up to 150% as long as it attacks an enemy that is being affected by a slash proc. This is a very specific scenario given the fact that most enemies in the game won't be around long enough to make an effective use of this mechanic. Still, it's not the worst set bonus in my opinion. The first mod here is Hunter Adrenaline. Taking up to 11 mod capacity when maxed, this one is essentially an improved version of Rage, converting up to 45% of the damage received into energy compared to Rage's 40%. Of course, this comes at the expense of 2 extra mod capacity, so you might need to add some extra forma in some cases. Still, I consider it an improvement, especially for tanky frames like Chroma or unshielded like Inaros or Nidus. The weird thing with this mod is the fact that it's a bronze mod. In contrast, Rage is a golden mod, which should be better, but that's space logic for you. Second, we have Hunter Command. Taking up to 9 mod capacity when maxed, it enables your pet to attack an enemy being affected by a slash proc for up to 6 seconds. In this case, not much can be said. The attack itself is not instantaneous, and from my testing thus far, it doesn't work 100% of the times. But don't take this as confirmed, since it might be the case of the mod not functioning properly, or my Kvat being plain stupid, or the fact that it can collide with other pet offensive presets. Still, this mod is one of the worst in the set, at least in my opinion. Next up, we have Hunter Recovery. Taking up to 9 mod capacity when maxed, it allows your companion to heal you for up to 30% of the damage that it deals to an enemy, and it's meant to be a reverse pack leader, and could be really useful if only the attack patterns of the pets were more reliable. Sadly, in my experience, they aren't, but still, this mod can save you a few times even if it only does so by chance. The fourth mod of the set is Hunter Track. Taking up to 9 mod capacity, this one is the primary weapons version of Ogre Seeker, giving an extra 30% status duration, which in my opinion is a complete waste of space. I don't use it, and even though it could be somewhat useful in certain weapons, there are so many mods that are worth your time that this one will be relegated to oblivion soon enough. At number 5, we have Hunter Synergy, a weird mod indeed. Taking up to 9 mod capacity, this companion modifier enables an up to 30% crit link. The jury is still out on this one, since there is no official word on it yet. Still, what I've been reading in the forums and wikia only confirms my personal testing. It's a link mod, in the lines of Health Link, but for critical chance and critical damage. These values are taken from your primary weapon and the mods that affect the aforementioned categories for primaries. So it should increase your pet's critical chance and critical damage based on a percentage of the primary weapon you have equipped, using the default values as base and scaling up with the mods. But again, all of these is unconfirmed. My assumption on why it includes both crit chance and crit damage is in the wording of the mod, crit link, not specifying on whether or not is one or the other, so my guess is both. But the testing so far has been very inconsistent in this particular department. One thing is for sure, it increases critical chance for your pet. And last but not least, we have Hunter Munitions, a potential meta shifter. But let's get through the basics first. Taking up to 9 mod capacity when maxed, it gives any primary weapon, including shotguns, snipers, and bows, a 30% chance to proc the slash status effect, which is bleeding, when critting. This mod is not insane or OP, it's just good, giving critical weapons a scaling mechanic that they lacked before. Now, the meta for the game could see a change from spamming melee to using high damage, high crit primaries such as the lens. At first, I thought this could only benefit high fire rate weapons like the Soma, but my testing has proven that assertion wrong. One thing that I have noticed is that high pellet count critical shotguns like the Vapor Heck or high multi-shot builds seem to gain the most benefits out of Hunter Munition, since the amount of projectiles is much higher, thus increasing the proccing chance. This mod is so good because it pairs the two concepts which conform the meta for high scaling damage in the game: the bleed proc and the critical hit. I'm not going to go on a tangent on why /critical hits are better than condition overload. I guess that's a subject of another video, but suffice to say that 35% of your weapon's base damage dealt as finisher damage, which has an embedded multiplier between 12 and 24 for melees, and it ignores armor, shields, and damage mitigation, is more than enough. In the end, Hunter Munitions enables critical primaries to do the same thing slashing melee hybrids have been doing for a very long time. So I don't think this one is in the broken category. Good? Yes. Powerful? You bet. But also inclusive. You can finally say there's an alternative for the insanity that is a 100% status Tigris Prime or a comb with a ribbon. Variety never hurts. So what do you think of the new Hunter set? Leave your comments. Also, if you've done further testing on CritLink, make sure to leave your impressions as well. For my part, this has been all for today. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed the video or you found it interesting, please consider giving it a like. Don't forget to subscribe for more Warframe content and follow me on Twitter. We have a plat giveaway going on over there and you have until tomorrow to join. The details will be in a video linked in the description. Wherever you are, have an amazing day. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.